If you change the way you think, then you would change the way you act. Ken Coleman. Your investment funds will ultimately decide the extent to which you can become financially independent. Good practices generate good tidings, but bad behaviors may result in financial losses. Number 10. Impulse purchases. Nice to feel that immediate gratification in having new merchandise. It makes us feel like, but everything else is damned. We've got to focus on the glow. The joy is short-lived, and we waste funds to pursue it. This is the wrong way to manage your resources. For example, when you're sad, you want comfort, but when you're excited, you want to celebrate. Sacrificing these emotions may cause you to spend more money than you had planned. Emotional paradigms may overwrite your judgment, and you might make a bad purchase. You may consume comfort food when you're sad. Spend about $10 per purchase. However, if you're celebrating, you're thinking about buying luxury goods that can cost you $200. These unnecessary purchases prevent you from saving money and put yourself in financial trouble. To save money, train yourself to stop making impulse purchases. Then, you will have less clutter and spare money on your wallet. A Swedish proverb says, "Who buys what he does not need, steals from himself." Number 9. Failure to save. Steve Burkholder advises saving your earnings in simple terms to help you remain successful. If you spend all your money and no longer have any money, you'll end up living from paycheck to paycheck. If you have $5,000 and you spend it all at the start of the month, you may wind up using your credit card. A credit card attracts interest and fees. If you are late on payments, it can cost you up to $40 in fees. Saving allows you to become financially secure and will give you the peace of mind you'll need amid the difficult times. This ensures that your health improves as a result of more relaxation and your productivity increases with less stress. You can meet unexpected crises without having any concerns, and you can stay calm in the knowledge that you will have significant funds to prepare for old age. Who doesn't want to be broke? And saving money can get you off of your situation, but only if you start saving as soon as you can. Number 8. Falling for get-rich-quick scheme. Have you ever received an email that promised you millionaire status in 24 hours at a registration fee of $34? Imagine if you and 20 other people fell for that promise and paid the registration fee. Those con artists would stand to get $680 quickly. Success coaches charge up to $150 per hour and can take you for a ride if you're not vigilant. They attract you with the scent of quick success, and before you know it, your bank account is empty and you are unsuccessful. Falling for get-rich-quick schemes can be the financial downfall. That's because you're partying with money, but it does not generate income for you in the long run. Success comes from hard work, financial discipline, and managing your money well. Warren Buffett, a millionaire investor, was 30 years old at the time he made his first million. You want to make $1 million overnight sounds a little unrealistic, doesn't it? Number 7. Relying on one source of income. Warren Buffett said, never depend on a single income. Make investment to create a second source based on a single income can end up being the death of your financial independence. This is because you're depending on it to cover all of your financial needs. Allowing this to occur can lead to you having nothing left to save and also prevent you from going into debt. Let's say you make $6,000 in a month and $3,000 of the earnings go to your rent in addition to your insurance, student loans, car loans, other financial obligations, leaving you with nothing. Because any of the money you're left with goes into paying these costs, you depend on your paycheck. If you have several sources of income, they can make a big difference in your finances. Imagine making an extra $3,000 per month on top of your existing $6,000 annual salary. You can do big things. You have more money to save for long-term goals, which can enable you to attain your priorities quickly. Number 6. Ignoring small expenses. Small expenditures can eat into your money. Like Powder posts adult beetles on wood consuming $3 here and $5, there can add up to a lot of money. This subtracts money from your bank account into the pockets of others. For example, that $5 coffee you drink every day costs you around $150, equivalent to $1,800 that would be enough to place in an emergency fund. Also, making ATM withdrawals can cost you little amounts that add up to a lot. For example, if you withdraw cash through an ATM at a casino, you may be charged up to $10 in fees. Think about all the fees you would have to pay if you made 3 ATM withdrawals of $30 each. Small expenses might play a significant role in your finances in the long term. Taking control of spending allows you to save money, which is a valuable step toward financial independence. He who saves pennies makes dollars. Don't underestimate the change you obtain back from petty cash. It may be worth up to $100. Making small changes over time will help you end up with major savings. Number 5. Not creating a budget. Effective use of a budget is essential to reaching financial freedom. Though it's vital to be flexible, you must create a budget and stick to it unless an emergency expense arises that you had not anticipated. Creating a budget lets you invest your money the way you planned and prevents overspending or impulse buying. For example, if you'd like to have some macaroni for dinner, you might think that you have run out of pasta, which would force you to buy more packets. Giving you 5 packets of macaroni could cost you around $10. Though it may not seem like much, small expenses can make large sums. If you add them up, you might find yourself purchasing due to your cravings for something you don't want. This can lead you to make an impulsive purchase, and you may end up wasting money and regretful from your choices. By creating a budget, you can stay aware of your expenses and control your impulse purchases. These objectives motivate you to work diligently on achieving them and track your progress, keeping you on the path to reaching your goals while not making drastic changes to your life. In addition, tracking your expenses also helps you prepare for unexpected costs, as having an emergency fund in your budget allows you to keep enough money on hand when an emergency arises. Number 4. Playing the lottery. New York was the leading location in 2020 at which the largest lottery ticket sales were being made. Share this massive jackpot with tens of millions of our fellow Americans. However, your chances of winning are pretty slim. Your chances of winning a Powerball are approximately 1 in 292 million, and Americans are spending about $1,000 a year in pursuit of those tickets. It will cost you a fortune, and there aren't a whole lot of opportunities to win while spending all that money foolishly. Consider those statistics that show low-income households spend more money on the lottery than middle-income and high-income earners. Keep in mind that low-income households spend more money on the lottery than wealthy people. This reasoning is because they are broke much of the time and invest their money in pursuit of a windfall, but they lose everything won, so they go into debt. If you want to save money and be financially independent, you might want to say goodbye to playing the lottery and invest in something that will bring you much more. Number 3. Unwise investments. No matter how smart we think we are, we occasionally make foolish financial decisions that cost us our hard-earned money. Don't be hard on yourself if you have reflected on your own stupid financial decisions. What you learn based on those failed attempts shapes your financial independence. Attempting to place your eggs in only one basket could result in financial injury, which is something many people do. Just because you don't assume that every financial company might collapse, it does not mean that the one you've put your confidence in will not collapse. For example, you may have invested all $500,000 of your savings in a pyramid scheme only for it to go under. This shows that you have lost all of your saved money and must start again from scratch. Making wise financial decisions is the key to maintaining a healthy, growing bank account. Instead of putting your eggs in one basket, not investing is another foolish move because you don't get returns on your funds. Investing brings high gains, but if you invest in a traditional bank, it only gives you a 0.06% interest rate. That's a terrible conclusion to reach. Instead, stay smart with your finances, and you'll smile all the way to the bank. Number 2. Not taking financial risks. Every investment has financial risk, while others are more at risk than others. Taking comfort for financial profit is a common mistake that can cost you a great deal in the long run. Rather than placing your money in a bank account where it reward is relatively safe with low yield. You can also put it in higher yield accounts with greater risk, but it's much more profitable. For example, if you've put any money in your bank account but are reluctant to start a business, you're not taking any financial risk. Therefore, your money will never grow, and it'll take you twice as long to achieve financial freedom. Also, putting money in stock markets is taking a financial risk, but if you know what stocks to feature in, it will pay off big time. Most people focus on the rewards rather than the risk. They read financial books and explore risk and rewards on the financial risk they want to take. They look at what they're risking and how big their gains are estimated. Take the time to learn the money markets and understand the level of risk you want to take before you dive into it. Number 1, engaging in unhealthy habits. Your net worth is determined by how much money you have left after subtracting your bad habits from your good ones. So, if your bad habits cause further harm to your body, it will be reflected in your net worth. This is also how your money is consumed by serving your habit and taking care of the underlying causes of that habit. For example, having a few drinks when you're out with your friends over the weekend can be fun. It helps you relax and unwind after a busy week, but something is toxic. If you consume alcohol to excess, the results can be harmful. Be conservative with your budgeting and consider whether you can afford to drink 10 beer bottles. The average cost of beer in the US is $4.75. If you indulge in it effectively, you can spend 47 cents and $50 for every glass. If your habit begins with a Friday and ends on a Sunday, you spend $142 every weekend on just drinking. This is not counting the rounds you buy for your buddies. Drinking causes liver cirrhosis, an incurable illness that attacks the liver. It also causes depression and reduces your productivity. Beating bad habits allows you to stay in good health and saves you money, which is among the major reasons for how fast you will reach financial independence. Before we go, please hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to click the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you will be notified. Please give this video a big thumbs up. If you have any consult or opinion about the video, leave the comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.